The Tuesday Takeover. BBC. With John Wright.
Hi, my name is Chris.
Hi, my name is Faye. Welcome to Stepping Stones on Radio Norfolk and Suffolk.
Over the next couple of hours, we will be talking about all the fun activities that we get up to at our centre in Norwich.
We will also be taking a trip to our allotment and popping into our house for independent living skills.
As it is Show Tuesday, when we are recording this, we hope that there will be pancakes along the way.
We hope you enjoy listening.
Is that you?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Me and Danny.
There we go. Welcome to the Tuesday Takeover, recorded at Stepping Stones in Norwich. We're going to have a show all about, all sorts of things, really. What they do here, how people think, how people feel. Some great song choices. Plus, we've got some stories to share a little bit later on. Let's introduce ourselves for our first chat round the table. So we've got Alex. Do you want to say hi, Alex?
Hi, I'm Alex. I live in Norwich. I'm a big, huge Norwich fan, and I come to Stepping Stones.
Superb. We've got Daniel. Hi, Daniel.
Hiya.
Tell me a little bit about yourself. What do you like doing?
DJing and setting up for parties and stuff.
Okay. So you would DJ at a party, at a wedding? Where do you DJ?
Bedroom DJ.
Bedroom DJ. Wow, that's the best kind of DJ.
I know it is.
You're in good company. So we'll have some good tracks from you, I'm sure. And we've got Eleanor. Hi, Eleanor. Tell me what you like doing here at Stepping Stones, Eleanor.
Being with David.
Being with David, is that doing the music? Superb. We just heard a police car go past as well, so we better all behave ourselves. Right.
We will, don't worry.
So for people who haven't stepped through the door, Alex, describe the atmosphere at Stepping Stones.
If you come to, Stepping Stones, we're very, happy people, wind each other up sometimes, and be a bit cheeky sometimes, but apart from that, it's okay.
Excellent. Would you agree with that, Daniel?
Yes.
So, it's nice and friendly already. I've got a cup of coffee. We saw someone having a quick look round as well. Right, well, let's have let's have another jingle first, and then we'll have our first song. How about this?
Stepping Stones Radio.
I love that. I absolutely love that. Eleanor, can you remember the song you chose?
Mamma Mia.
By ABBA.
Yeah.
Okay, so in your best radio voice, what you have to do is you have to go, now on the Tuesday Takeover, it's Mamma Mia by ABBA.
Mamma Mia by ABBA.
Brilliant. Let's hear that now.
You just listen to ABBA. I'm Alex, and I'm going to take you around the building to have a look around it.
Superb. Okay, so we'll leave our little studio for now. Lead on, Alex. Where are we going through?
We are going through the art room.
So we've got a nice little kitchen area here.
Yep. This is my friend Daniel, who does all the cleaning and stuff sometimes.
Hello there.
How you doing? You all right? What are you doing at the moment?
Oh, just bits and pieces of last things on my mind. The world is not enough.
This is the IT room where basically we've been doing finding jobs and stuff.
Okay, so we've got
their computers and stuff.
our computers set up on the side here so you can do job searches.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What kind of jobs have you been looking for?
Radio jobs, working at the airport or something like that. I don't know quite yet, but
Anything. Okay,
Yeah.
but you've got IT here.
Yeah.
And we've got loads of nice pictures on the wall there of
Yeah.
presumably everyone, so everyone has
Yeah.
a nice smile. Excellent. Something smells good. Can we duck in there?
This is the kitchen where they make all the food and stuff that we have for lunch.
Nice. Hi, Rory. Who have we got here?
I'm Kate.
Hi, Kate. Can you tell me what you're doing?
We're doing pancakes for lunch.
It is Pancake Day.
Yeah.
Because it's Pancake Tuesday. Yeah.
Pancake Tuesday.
Who created all of these? You?
No, they got cooked yesterday.
Okay. And so what are you filling them with?
spinach and mushrooms.
See, I like a savoury pancake. Lots of people, they just don't even think, do they?
No, exactly. But yeah, I think we all like our savoury dishes here, don't we, at Stepping Stones?
I would, if that were me, I'd add a tiny little bit of feta as well. And that's quite
We've got
nice.
some mozzarella.
Oh, you got some mozzarella, see? Great minds.
Can you tell them why we've done these pancakes? Can you remember who we did them for, especially?
For David.
For David. And why did we need to make some special pancakes?
Because he's vegan.
Vegan, is that vegan mozzarella then? Or some will be?
We're going to keep some separate.
Very clever.
And then, do some with them.
Oh, so these without eggs then?
They're without eggs,
and with what, oat milk or what have you?
No, we use just olive oil and water and chickpea flour.
Ah, chickpea flour, there we go.
Yeah.
Well, that looks awesome, brilliant. Carry on, I don't want to interrupt the lunch flow. Good work.
Thanks.
Okay, Alex, where are we heading now?
Upstairs.
Let's go upstairs.
Yep, so I can show you the room where we make a lot of noise.
See, I like the sound of this. So we've got a nice little social area with sofas and everything as well. Yep. Okay. It's a big old place, isn't it?
Yeah, it gets cold at winter.
I'm sure it does, yeah.
So like you kind of basically just like coming through the door and then it just gets really cold.
Okay. Oh, look at this.
This is our music, well, this is where we made like all the jingles from the radio like up here. So it's really kind of good to come up here.
So we like this. So we've got a nice computer set up in the middle. We've got instruments all around us, some guitars, violins, a little keyboard sampler. We've got kind of foam on the walls to make it sound less echoey. We've got a microphone with a pop shield. So do you think I'm allowed to play a guitar?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah? Go on then. Let's just quickly do a little bit of guitar. Do you sing?
No.
Oh, you must do.
No, I'm rubbish at it.
That's... That'll do for me. Stepping Stones.
Stepping Stones.
Stepping Stones.
Stepping Stones.
See, we'll have a hit single out of that. Brilliant. Just being very silly. Right, good. I like the music room, so we'll hear some original songs plus all the fabulous jingles. Okay, well done. And back down we go. Cool.
Yes. Down we go.
So while we're going down the stairs, shall we play another song?
Yeah.
I think that's probably better than my efforts. You were mentioning the Chili Peppers.
Yes, I was.
Do you want to introduce that with your best radio voice?
Now you're going to hear the Red Hot Chili Peppers Under the Bridge Downtown.
Chili Peppers. Told you there'd be good music on the show tonight. One of our songs from my Tuesday Takeover co-hosts tonight, Stepping Stones. Back with the team in a minute.
BBC Radio Norfolk.
Good evening, welcome to the show. It's John Wright here with the Tuesday Takeover. If you've not listened to us before, each week we have a different group or person doing their own radio show. And tonight, well, it's these guys.
The Tuesday Takeover. BBC with John Wright.
This is the Tuesday Takeover. My name's John Wright and we're recording at Stepping Stones in the centre of Norwich. I've got Martin, Daniel and Alex who've just had a nice tour of the building. Thank you very much, Alex. A duck into the music room. What do you think of my my guitar playing? We'll get there.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good to have a hobby. So hopefully we'll hear some more of the creative work that students here have been up to. Tell me a bit about your journey, Martin, from being a student originally.
I was a student at Uppercut Lane, where it all started from. That started in 1989. And I started in 1994. Then I was a volunteer, and now I pay member of staff.
And what do you do as a member of staff? What skills do you help teach?
I teach the students how to cook and to do different skills in the kitchen, like biscuits, cakes, and they choose their own meals for the week.
So they do the cooking themselves?
Yeah, I teach them how to cook and stuff like that.
As much as possible.
As
So
possible.
I think most people can cook more adventurous things than they do. Sometimes people are a bit scared, aren't they, to try new things?
Yeah. But I try to do different things every week, different meals and different recipes if I can.
What's your best thing that you cook?
All different stuff, really. I cook different, like cakes, biscuits, meals, and all different stuff.
Would you do a lasagna?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Veg and normal lasagna.
Yeah. That's good to do it both. We saw the pancakes in the kitchen earlier. They look pretty nice. What would you like to cook, Daniel?
Pavlovas and stuff.
A pavlova?
Mm-hmm.
See, I don't think I could cook a pavlova. Tell me a pavlova. What's in a pavlova?
Egg whites, sugar, salt, vinegar.
It's a lot of mixing, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a lot of mixing. What about you, Alex? What do you like cooking?
Chicken curry, which is really nice.
I like a chicken curry. Would you go for rice or naan breads?
Ooh.
Both.
Yeah, both.
There you go.
Rice and naan
don't be shy with the chutney. So that sounds like everyone's developing as many independent skills as possible, and that's really what the centre's all about, isn't it, Alex?
Yeah. We kind of basically sort of have cooking stuff on the computer, and then we take it into the kitchen and basically sort of do it from scratch, really, to make it more healthier and stuff. And also we get our veg and stuff from the allotment, which is up the road by the co-op. Yeah.
Okay, well,
Gertrude Road.
Yeah, Gertrude Road.
Well, we'll head up to the allotment shortly, I think, and have a look at the produce there. But yeah, there's skills in being able to cook, and there's skills in being able to cook healthily.
Yeah.
And that's important to help people with that, isn't it?
Yeah.
What other independent skills have you learnt that you think is important?
We have a house in called Angel Road, where basically we spend the day like doing like putting the washing machine on, ironing and gardening sometimes as well. And that's really good sort of place to go to kind of learn more skills, I think.
I'm not convinced about the ironing. I don't think anyone really needs to
No,
iron.
no.
But all the other skills, I mean, there's always washing to do. And so the house is like a normal functioning house, and you have to pull your weight.
Yeah.
Daniel, what other skills have you learnt that you think is important people should have?
Art and music and computers and...
So I mean, the computers is really important, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Everything is online, so if you can't access that, then you can't access hardly anything. But
No, you can't.
They keep changing, though.
Yes.
That's the trouble with computers.
I know they do.
Yeah.
You get used to it, and then there's an upgrade, and then the buttons
right.
move.
Yeah.
But there you go. That's maybe me. What is another thing, Martin, that you think is important to learn?
Different skills like chopping things up and boiling things and frying things and using the oven. So some students are quite afraid of the oven, so I just tell them to put it on top of the oven when it's not on, to get their farm gloves to put over the tin or whatever, over the tin, put it in the oven, and they do it on their own sometimes, and sometimes they need a bit of help.
Well, that's the thing. It's helping when it's needed, but sometimes people need a little bit of encouragement,
yes.
and then and then actually you can rise to the challenge and do it, and then you feel good, and then you do it again, and then you wonder why it was ever an issue to start with.
Martin's always there to give us encouragement, so is Carol as well. So they share
and Ali.
Yeah.
Should we give a shout out to the staff here? Just make sure we include everyone. So who?
Carol.
Yeah.
Martin.
Ali.
Ellie. Oh, Ali.
Ali. Yeah.
Yeah, Ali and
Sue. Roger. Sarah.
David.
Nina.
Yeah, and Nina.
There we go.
And Figgy.
There's
Figgy
lots.
the dog.
Figgy the dog.
Figgy the dog. All right. Special shout out to Figgy the dog. Shall we play Figgy the dog some Rizzle kicks?
Give a beat.
to Stepping Stones Radio Show. Welcome to Stepping Stones Radio Show.
It's cool, isn't it?
Yeah, that was good.
Yes.
Yes, I think it is.
Not many Tuesday Takeover groups make their own jingles, so you've surpassed yourselves. So we just heard a bit of Rizzle Kicks, Miss a Beat, and we're just getting into the rhythm of a typical day here at Stepping Stones. So we're joined by another Daniel. Hi, other Daniel.
Shooter. Daniel Shooter speaking.
Daniel Shooter. Tell me, Daniel, what your job is today.
Well, actually, be fair to say, before I get too much intros, I work for Stepping Stones. I come into Stepping Stones twice a week, Tuesday and Friday. However, I've been to Mother Day service. I'm at a friend's shop. If any listeners come to I'm at a friend's shop, please do so.
There you go. There's your shout out. And what are the jobs that you've got to do today then? What's your role?
I go to the cutlery for the people who want lunch.
Okay, we need our fork sound effect there. Just rattle your forks. There you go. That's an unmistakable sound of forks on the radio.
So knives.
So you're gonna lay the table. What else do you have to do today?
Well, I lift the washing machine out is. I do the bits and pieces. I pick up stocks, especially toilet rolls. Toilets actually. Yes, I think them games run very smoothly by Roger and Sarah.
Excellent. Okay, we had a shout out to everyone. We might catch a word with some of them a bit later on. They're quite reluctant, aren't they, Alex?
They're quite reluctant to be on the radio.
On the radio. I can't think why. It's outrageous.
Well,
So there we go. So we saw some of the lunch being prepared on our tour. It looked like nice pancakes.
Yeah, they will be later on the afternoon.
Okay. What else do you like eating here, Daniel?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I take my packed lunch box. I don't eat here quite often. I know. Everybody.
We had a big conversation all about how everyone's cooking skills were brilliant.
Yeah. Well, it's not my food.
And then Daniel, you had to turn it down by saying that you had a packed lunch.
Well, honestly, let's say I have dinner and get home back to Oak Road. That's the real reason for it. That's why.
Fair enough. Okay. So you're going to carry on laying the table. We're going to go up to the allotment after lunch.
Yep.
We'll have a look at the house as well, so we can see what people do there, and then hopefully we'll duck into the music room and have a little listen to some of the original work. It's probably useful, Daniel, to have a kind of bit of background to how Stepping Stones emerged, and you've done an interview with the founders, Bob and Angie, for us.
Correct, yes, that's true. Founders from Bob and Angie, that's a while ago. And I would say, honestly, if any listeners know, I've been with the Stepping Stones with the old building a long ago. So it took me back about 18 years old from the start.
Okay. Well, let's hear the interview that you've done. So this is Daniel chatting with Stepping Stone founders Bob and Angie.
The Tuesday Takeover.
Hi, everybody. My name is Bob Cossey, and I'm a co-founder of Stepping Stones, along with my wife Angie, and with many other people who were involved at the beginning of the project way back in 1989.
I'm Angie. I was the manager for Stepping Stones from the beginning. Had lots of adventures, which we may tell you about.
My name's Daniel. We like to both a bit more comfy, and we get the questions on the way, I suppose. How do you come up with ideas with Stepping Stones?
Actually, the whole idea for Stepping Stones started in the mid-1980s, which is quite a long time ago. And it originated when Angie and I were both involved with Parkside School in College Road in Norwich. Angie and I were governors and also members of the Parents and Friends Association. Parkside works with young people with learning disabilities, and we realised very early on that once these young people had left school, there was very little provision for them. There were very few opportunities for them to go on to further education, or perhaps to find voluntary positions, or perhaps to even find work. So there were a few schemes available, but we knew that there needed to be more. And so Angie and I, together with some teachers at Parkside, the headmaster at Parkside, and with people at County Hall, some of the education authority officers, we got our heads together, and after quite a few years of discussion, we came up with the idea of perhaps setting something up ourselves, which would help to fill that gap in provision for people, youngsters, when they left school.
Of course, the whole story really started with our daughter. She has a learning difficulty and had started Parkside School, and that's what really got us going.
It was, yeah.
And we set up an action group with a lot of friends and interested bodies, and we called it SNAG.
I never heard of that before.
A Special Needs Action Group. We were quite proud of that.
Well, it's quite a snappy title.
Well done, you, Angie.
Yeah.
Right.
But we certainly got the attention of people.
We did, yes.
Yeah. Well, glad you did then, didn't you?
Yes. And so we looked around for different places where we could perhaps get a student to do work placements, but it was quite difficult, wasn't it? And then it came up that the Copper Kettle restaurant and tea rooms in the city centre was up for sale, and one of our board members was a solicitor, and he knew of the property, and to cut a long story short, we bought the lease on that and started running the restaurant from 1992.
I think.
Yes,
Right.
1992. I took over as the manager at that point, and really it was quite difficult because I'd got no experience in catering. I suddenly ended up as the manager of a restaurant and tea rooms, which was quite fun, really, wasn't it?
They were exciting times in many ways, but as Angie says, with no experience, she stepped straight into the hot seat, running a project with just a few students in those early days, in a new environment for everybody. But as Anne said, catering was an obvious choice, because we knew that the students then, as now indeed, catering and cooking and so forth is one of the mainstays of the project to this day, isn't it? Yeah. Should also say, I guess, Ange, that buying the Copper Kettle didn't just happen.
Oh, no.
There was a lot of work raising the money to do that. And as we had Richard, who was our solicitor friend, we had various other friends, colleagues who were with us on the board of trustees, and there was a concentrated period over several years of raising the necessary funds to enable Stepping Stones in whatever form to get off the ground. We had great support from people like Comic Relief and Children in Need and trusts and charities, private donations, and over a period of time we did amass enough funding to be able to buy the Copper Kettle. And then behind the Copper Kettle, another property came up for sale, because we have to say, I guess, that the Copper Kettle sort of worked, but not entirely, because Angie was spending so much time running the restaurant. And then we ran into problems with the fire service, because it was the basement, the downstairs preparation room and so forth, where the students were working, that they suddenly decided that there were not enough exits, and we could only have so many students in there. So it was obvious it wasn't going to be a long-term project in the Copper Kettle restaurant itself. But then a building became available at the back of the Copper Kettle on Upper Goat Lane, which was literally next door. So how fortunate was that? So we moved the project to that. The Copper Kettle restaurant we carried on running for a short while, but then sold it, didn't we?
Yeah.
And Upper Goat Lane was that was a home for quite a few years.
Yes.
Right.
But then, of course, another thing to mention, of course, that in 2013, Angie retired as manager.
Yeah.
And shortly before that, we moved to 52 Magdalen Road.
Yes.
So
Well, it's here, isn't it,
where
really?
you are now.
I believe,
Yeah.
I think was Ed for the first time.
Yeah.
What's
And no longer did we have all those stairs.
No,
Yeah,
lots of stairs.
exactly.
Lots of stairs
Well,
at
listen.
Upper Goat Lane.
Yeah.
And the way in which the move to 52 Magdalen Road was possible, or came about, shall I say, was because, as Angie mentioned, we'd already taken the allotment over by then.
Yeah, it's not that far from
But when the project was at Upper Goat Lane, Angie and Viv and the students had to hop on a bus to take them to the end of Gertrude Road and then walk up to the allotment. But the bus passed here. And
It was.
Ange and Viv used to say to each other, gosh, that would be a nice place to move into.
Oh.
Looks just the job if it ever was to come up.
Extending, what you mean?
for-
One level.
But then lo and behold, it did become available. And lots of negotiations went on, and we were able to hand a notice in on the lease at Upper Goat Lane and then move in here.
Yeah.
I worked for a company called Fitzmaurice Carriers, which is a transport company, and we employed a couple of vehicles, and a lot of the lads there volunteered to help us move all the furniture, didn't they, over a weekend. So we finished at Upper Gate Lane on a Friday, as I remember, and on the Monday everybody came here.
And smelly cheese sandwich there, Bob. Don't get that.
Smell the
Cheese sandwich.
Yeah, but I was very proud of you all because
Absolutely.
you all found your way here, didn't you?
You'd done that first day.
You didn't make a fuss. And
No, I'm glad I didn't.
You all settled in really well. It was, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like a student coming to the project for the first time.
Yeah, it was. What's your hobbies and interests?
You first.
Both, yeah.
Wow. One of my main hobbies, as you know, is gardening. And
yeah.
of course that rubbed off on stepping stones as well because Viv and I were really keen to have an allotment. And eventually we managed to get a site not far from where we are now. And we had some wonderful times and we won lots of awards. Norwich in Bloom and Anglia in...
RHS Awards.
Yes, we did quite a few. So of course I was working in an area that really sort of made me happy because it was one of my favourite things.
Good. And Bob?
My interests are reading, writing, aviation, of course.
Right.
A lot of time that we've been talking about, of course, I was working full time. So Angie was manager, and I was like sort of working behind the scenes, if you like, with other trustees.
Yeah.
But of course, stepping stones has always been a great interest, obviously, and it's something which will never go away.
Stepping Stones Radio Show.
Cool. Thank you very much. That was Stepping Stones founders Bob and Angie being interviewed there by Daniel, one of the Stepping Stones team, who recorded tonight's programme with me up at the centre in the centre of Norwich a couple of weeks ago. So it was Pancake Day when we were recording, as there is a running theme of pancakes across the show. More from them.
Welcome to Stepping Stones Radio Show. Stepping Stones Radio Show.
This is Darren speaking, and this is for a 10 of the best.
Tina Turner and the Best. Song choice of Daniel from Stepping Stones, my Tuesday Takeover co-hosts tonight.
Stepping Stones Radio Show.
This is the Tuesday Takeover, recorded at Stepping Stones. We're just about to have lunch, which is rather nice. We're recording across the day to give you a flavour of the kind of things that they get up to here, developing independent skills, and generally, it sounds, AJ, having quite a bit of fun. Tell me a bit about yourself and what you like doing here.
I like arts. I like IT. I like mates. I like burr.
We've been making
Burr.
because like it's kind of difficult for AJ to kind of speak a bit. We've been making sort of, if you look over there,
There.
that big bird over there.
Oh, the brilliant bird?
Yeah, the brilliant bird. We've been making them.
Mate.
Who made them first and then thought the ideas and bits and pieces?
Colour paper.
Okay, so put coloured paper over it. So it's
all of there.
So it's covered. So is it made out of clay, of kind of plaster of Paris, or what's underneath it? So with a brush.
Plaster of Paris.
Plaster of Paris. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's built up with plaster of Paris, covered with paper, and then you've painted it and decorated it. Absolutely stunning with its beautiful pink stripy wings, nice green breast.
It takes a few days to kind of get it sort of done, because like it takes kind of a long while to sort of let everything dry.
I'm very impressed. That's excellent. So you got lots of artwork. You also talked, AJ, about mates. Tell me about mates here.
Mates. Home.
Yeah.
Mate. Forwards.
AJ likes to play on the PlayStation sometimes, and likes to play like PlayStation games.
Excellent.
I like forwards. I like
films, yeah.
I like wrestlers. I watch TV.
Yeah.
I say wrestlers, sports.
He likes because AJ is a big sort of WWE fan. Like he likes wrestling. He likes wrestling.
Yeah.
Fair enough. As long as no one does any wrestling.
If they
do you
did
do
part
wrestling
of
here?
that movie, that'd be quite cool.
Yeah.
Yes. But
I sort of go back to sort of when like The Rock and Stone Cold were in wrestling, and
I don't think my knowledge stretches past Hulk Hogan or The Rock.
Okay.
He was a wrestler, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah.
There you go. That's all I know about that giant haystacks. Cool. Well, that keeps you busy then, doesn't it? If you've got films, computer games, craft making. Excellent. What song would you like us to play, AJ?
Well, lizards.
So this is one of your original songs.
Yes.
Okay, that you've been working on in the music room. Rock Lizard, getting its first ever radio play here on the Tuesday Takeover.
On a dusty tarmac road, wander all alone. The outskirts of El Paso town, it ache inside my bones. Sitting here upon a rock, my journey's nearly done. I'm a lonesome hitchhiker, and I am on the run. Tainted suede and leather, pistol at my hip. Driven on the blazing weather on my final trip. I'm the man who's had his prey, and the lizard man. I'm the one who got away, I am the lizard man. On a dusty old brown rock, I sit and wait in vain. There's There's no traffic on this road, no break in this terrain. Suddenly, I'm not alone. I have a new round friend. His eyes are white, his bleached old bone, his fat tail flicks back and forth. Perched there on that flat old rock, his eyes they cannot see. And as I stare, in muted shock, his tongue struck like a whip. His eyes they blinked, and then he froze. His body gave a shiver. He once again began to doze. Just like me, he's a killer. Just like me, he's a killer.
Round of applause, I think.
Yeah.
That's pretty epic.
Yeah, Cara did all of that. Cara's very good at like making like rock songs and stuff though.
So that was a bit. So who was playing what within that? Was that Cara singing?
Yeah.
Nice. Cara on vocals. That's very very heavy.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Is that what you like listening to, AJ?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Rock out. Proper rock. Cool.
Stepping Stones Radio Show.
Indeed, it's Stepping Stones with a Tuesday takeover, recorded at their base in Norwich. I'm John Wright, and round the mic, having had a very satisfying lunch, we've got Eleanor, AJ, and Alex. Hi all.
I've got a quick question to ask you.
What's your quick question?
Did you enjoy lunch?
I thought lunch was exceptional. So we saw the pancakes being cooked.
Yes.
That was quite an epic. I mean, it wasn't really a pancake, was it? It was a whole
No.
kind of roll
Yeah.
of lovely vegetable goodness.
Yeah.
And mozzarella and a nice salad on the side.
On a mango.
You liked it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had some cake for dessert
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get the feeling that you're never short of cake here.
No, we
Yeah.
make loads.
You make lots of cakes?
Yeah.
Everyone likes cake.
We kind of make cakes for like birthdays. Like
6 week.
Your birthday's coming up, is it?
6 week.
we make sort of cakes for like
6 week.
6 weeks' time.
Yeah.
How old will you be in 6 weeks' time, AJ?
38 now.
Yeah.
39.
So you'll be turning 39, so very close to the big 40.
Yeah.
We also make our own Christmas cakes from scratch.
So we were hearing a little bit about Christmas. Were you here for the Christmas lunch?
Yes.
Yeah?
I am.
How epic was that?
Nice.
Yeah?
Really nice.
Stepping Stones Radio Show.
It's also nice to see all the different creativity which happens. And we've got on the table here this huge A3
Yeah.
book of stories. This is Folk Beast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did that with Sue.
So you
Yeah.
did this. So tell me
Yeah,
a
and me.
bit about what we've got in
Can you
here.
remember
And
what
me.
yours, AJ?
So you helped write this as well, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we all did.
Yeah.
So this is a project which generates stories and beautiful
That's
artwork.
Heidi.
It's-
So we've got Heidi's blue tit nest there.
It's kind of like if you have like a piece of card and you kind of have different numbers and different words and
That's
stuff.
Catherine.
So this is Catherine's, Tallulah the tiger. So you have different words on the
Yeah.
paper, and you have to
Yeah.
generate a story
Yeah.
Yeah.
from those
Yeah.
words.
Yeah.
Name.
Clever.
Name.
Okay, so it gives you. So this was tiger, tiara, flower
Yeah.
pot, queen's bedroom,
Yeah.
and then Catherine has generated a
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
I see. So you get this lovely
Yeah.
story generator.
Yeah, the story generator.
Okay. So within that, there's some beautiful, beautiful pictures there. We've got Jo is going to read her piece, The Kingfisher.
No, that's Kate's one.
Kate.
Was that Kate's? But
Kate.
Jo is performing it on the
Yeah.
on the tape that I've got. Okay. So this is
Yeah.
Mine.
so this is yours, Eleanor. Sun lounger, fox duvet, gecko, garden trowel. Excellent. Packing with Gary the gecko. Can I read that?
Yeah.
Yeah, would that be all right? So we've got a beautiful. So this is Eleanor's generated story. There was a gecko called Gary on holiday in Brittany in France. While sunbathing on a lounger, it got a bit chilly, so he grabbed his fox-covered duvet from the Jeep to cover himself while he watched his children make sandcastles with the garden trowel because he forgot to pack the bucket and spades. Excellent.
Yeah.
Superb. Okay, well, let's hear Joe reading The Kingfisher, and then we're going to hear Sapphire, read by Cara, which is from a lovely little creative booklet that has been produced here as well, kind of printed out with original pictures. So let's have a little break for some creativity, and then we'll catch you up at the allotment.
Kingfisher. A girl called Katie was camping by a waterfall. She had gone there to look for kingfishers. She loves them so much, even her clothes are coloured like them. As evening fell, she lit a fire. It got so warm she took off her fleece. But then the nuts came out. She had insect repellent in her bag under her food. Some blueberries and a banana. She put them on her kingfisher-coloured stripy fleece, sprayed herself and went off to look for kingfishers before the sun went down. She was lucky to catch a glimpse, a flash of blue. The light was fading. She felt a bit hungry, so she went back to her camp. The light from the fire and the moon was not enough to see her blueberries on the fleece, but enough to see her banana. Yummy.
Once upon a time, in a magical land, a village lay in ruins. Angry villagers raised their fists to the sky and cursed the dragon as he flew majestically and arrogantly over them. As the villagers wept and yelled, their voices carried on the wind. Up went the sound, higher and higher. Finally reaching the clouds above, it reached the ears of Sapphire. Sapphire was a mystical creature with a kind heart. On hearing the villagers' calls, she spread her wings, leaving her home in the clouds for the world below. "What is it? Why are you crying?" Sapphire asked a small child from the smoking village. The child explained that their homes had been destroyed by the wicked dragon, and Sapphire's heart bled. Standing before the villagers, she pledged that she would help them. The villagers cheered as Sapphire spread her wings once more and left for the dragon's high mountain peak. The mountain top was cold and covered in snow, which sparkled in the moonlight. As Sapphire landed and folded her wings, she spotted the great dragon. In truth, he wasn't trying to hide. The prideful creature never did. For a few moments, Sapphire hid and watched him. His eyes glowed like rubies in the dark, and his scales were more impenetrable than any armour. Finally, Sapphire showed herself, and the dragon descended from the air above the mountain top. "Noble dragon, I come in peace." Sapphire addressed the dragon, but he merely snorted smoke from his nostrils and shook his head.
"I know what you are, and I know why you have come. Those pathetic villagers want me to leave my mountain and trouble them no more. I refuse."
Sapphire implored and begged. "Please, I don't want to fight you, and I don't want anyone to get hurt." The dragon sneered and laughed.
"You will have to fight me, whether you want to or not. Or I could destroy every last man, woman and child in the village."
Sapphire realised she had no choice. As the dragon prepared to shower her in flames, she acted quickly. Lunging forward, Sapphire latched onto the dragon's scales with her claws. They shredded and tore without doing any damage, and Sapphire leapt away. Her second tactic was to spin round and sting the dragon with her poisonous tail. This she did, but was dismayed when the poison had no effect. Finally, Sapphire lowered her head and charged, giving a loud battle cry. Her golden horn nearly bounced off the dragon's impenetrable scales, sending Sapphire flying backwards. And so she tried the only thing she knew might work. It was her last resort, and Sapphire was not proud of what she did next. She closed her eyes and said these magic words. "Abracadabra!" She then made a wish. It was a dark and terrible wish with unchangeable consequences. I wish you would die. And the dragon fell from the sky. His scales began to bubble and boil. He shrank and his leathery wings crumbled to dust. All that was left at the finish was a black, misshapen mound on the sparkling snow. 3 cheers for Sapphire! Hooray! The villagers cheered and clapped. They all rushed and hugged Sapphire, who let them. As they drew away, she saw the little child she had first met at the village. He looked into her eyes, and in that instant Sapphire began to cry. The child also burst into tears, and he ran away. The other villagers took no notice. Instead, they fetched food and wine. They feasted and danced and thanked the clouds above for sending Sapphire to them. When the celebrations were over, they set about rebuilding their home. "Stay and help us, Sapphire," they pleaded. Sapphire shook her head miserably. "No, I shan't help you again. I killed a living creature at your behest, and therefore I am cursed to spend the rest of eternity alone. I am leaving. Please don't follow me." As Sapphire left the village one last time, she saw the little boy again. He gazed long and deep into her eyes, and this time Sapphire held her ground. "I am sorry about what I had to do to the dragon. If I hadn't done so, he would have killed all of you, without hesitation." The child understood. She had taken one life, and in return had saved many others. However, Sapphire could not drive the dragon's death from her conscience. Instead, she went back to the mountaintop and hid herself. The villagers tried sending her food. They showered her with sweets as gifts to try to get her to come back, but to no avail. Sapphire lived on the mountaintop for the rest of her life, sometimes punishing herself by eating grass until she sickened. The end.
John Wright. BBC Radio Norfolk.
Stepping Stones.
Radio. So, this is the Tuesday Takeover, recorded at Stepping Stones in Norwich. We've got Claire and Nikki G joined us on the microphones, along with Alex, my co-host for the show. How are you guys?
We're all right,
good,
thank you. Yeah, good. Yeah, yes, thank you. Fine, thanks.
Good. Claire, tell me about some of the things you get up to here and what you enjoy doing.
I do, on a Tuesday morning, I normally do yoga with Sarah, but she's sometimes busy in the office, and then other times I do the allotment on a Tuesday morning. Then in the afternoon I do cooking with Ali with AJ and myself.
Okay, so we've tasted lovely food in the kitchen.
Yeah, that's excellent, healthy food at Stepping Stones here in Norwich.
That's important, and some of it's grown at the allotment. Nikki G, tell me what you enjoy doing here.
I enjoy going down to Angel Road House.
So this is the house where you can learn lots of independent skills.
That's correct.
And what have you learnt to do there that you're proud of?
Cooking.
So that's really good. Do you do a bit of washing? Do you use the washing
do.
machine? Yeah. Does anyone do any kind of vacuum cleaning, Alex?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I don't. I hate.
No one likes vacuum cleaning.
I just hate vacuum cleaning.
It just needs to be done.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's good. How independent do you feel? I guess that's my question.
All right, yeah, but I don't use the buses to come here now because I normally go with the staff from the house from Wyndham.
But have you used buses before?
Yes, I used to come here on the bus on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, but that got stopped because of COVID.
Okay.
Because of COVID.
Yeah, and COVID has had a huge impact, and we still have. How did it feel for you, Nikki, when COVID was here and everything had to change?
It felt really strange.
And it felt really, because I have, really bad sort of stress levels. It kind of made it a bit worse because like you weren't able to like go and do the normal things that you like to do, so it's kind of really weird. And
no, it was hugely disruptive for everyone.
Yeah.
You know, routines and support
it
and
kind of
all of that.
It kind of felt like the world just basically standing still and not moving at all, which was really sort of weird.
Well, hopefully we're through most of that now. We won't have any restrictions to come, but you never know. So
Yeah.
we'll have to just cope with it. But you all got through it, didn't you? And
We did.
you know, and things are now back to being able to come and spend time with each other and have lunch together and go to the allotment together and all that kind of stuff. So that's really good.
During lockdown, we basically had like, because the staff were in, but we weren't. We used to have like Zoom sort of calls. So basically, we would just meet up on Zoom and do it from Zoom.
Yeah, which isn't the same.
No, I quite agree.
I found it very disturbing that I wasn't with anyone.
Yeah.
I was just basically on my own. And that can be a bit stressful and worrying sometimes.
Shall we counter that with a happy song?
Yeah, the happy song, please.
Someone wanted Walking on Sunshine by Katrina and the Raves. Will that do us?
Yeah, that'll do us, yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, let's play that now on the Tuesday Takeover. Thank you very much. So we've left Stepping Stones HQ and we walked just round the corner.
This one here.
And is this one here?
I think it is.
Okay. Nicely led, thank you very much. We've got David with us as well, you all right?
Hello. Good, thanks.
Good. And if we knock on the door and say hi. Hello. In we go. Hello, I'm John from the radio.
Hello, I'm Heidi.
Hi, Heidi.
Hi, David.
Hello. We've talked about the house and what people like doing here, but it's nice to come and see it. So a nice little living room. Do you want to give me a tour, Heidi? Would that be all right?
Of course I will. This is the kitchen.
So we've got the kitchen here.
Yep. That's the cooker.
Nice. What are you making?
Pancakes.
It's the day for it, isn't it?
Yeah.
But what have you got for your pancakes there? That looks...
Banana and chocolate.
Okay. And a little bit of golden syrup.
Yeah.
Nice. Excellent. Okay, so you're busy preparing pancakes and I see 2 plates laid out there.
Yeah.
I can't eat 2 pancakes. I really had lovely lunch. I don't need any more food. So it's a lovely living room with sofas and chairs and lots of lovely artwork.
We did quite a lot of work down here.
Okay, so up the stairs.
I'm not.
This is a nice terrace with a kind of knock-through living space downstairs. And upstairs we've got 1 bedroom with an exercise bike. Very nice.
Yeah.
And then what else is there up here? We've got another bedroom and a bathroom, have we? Or oh wow, sewing room.
Yeah, it's a sewing room. It's where we make bags.
And you've got some Union Jack bunting there, it looks like, as well, which
Yeah.
looks pretty good. And then a bathroom in there, is it? What have you been doing today apart from making pancakes? What do you do when you come here, Heidi?
We have to cook our lunch as well.
Okay, and look after the house and...
Yeah, and make drinks. So we have to take it in turns and wash up and dry up.
Okay, so all of the jobs.
Yeah.
We pop out into the garden. Let's have a look at nice. Here's our washing machine. That's the most important.
I've unlocked it.
Cool. So again, a nice little. Oh wow! So we've got a nice long, thin garden.
That's the washing machine.
So we've got a washing machine there, but we've got lots of nice raised beds here. Work in progress with some gravel there. So that'd be lovely in the summer to sit out and enjoy the space there. So I'll leave you to have your pancakes, but thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cool. So we've come up to the allotments. Hey.
A whole row now. Can you see? 1,
2, 3, 4, 5 elephant garlics. And it said on the packet 30 centimetres again between the rows and between each bulb. So to start the new row, let's measure 30 centimetres again.
Okay, so we've got our divot maker. We've got our elephant garlic bulbs. Beautiful painted sheds done by the Norwich Dandies, friends of the Tuesday Takeover. So we've got sunflowers and Brussels sprouts and everything on the bright blue sheds. We can stick our head in here and see all the tools and bits and bobs that they've got. Oh look, there's a to-do list. Prune trees, move paving slabs, clean glass and polytunnels, compost on raised beds and do the weeding. So that's all good.
What a messy shed.
I think that's a relatively tidy shed, given the potential. Lots of wellies, lots of coats.
Not like our bedroom.
We have a little. Should we duck into the polytunnel? Can you show me around?
I don't know what we call mushroom compost in the ground.
So what have we got here?
I don't know.
Could be beetroot or some kind of kale.
Yes.
Kale popping up and some nice bulbs in our pots here. And our much needed water butt.
Yes.
I'll stick my head in there. There we go. Right. So it irrigates all of our beds.
Really?
Nice. It's good. Good to have a bit of polytunnel in the when it's a bit chilly.
Yes.
I am Nina, hello. I'm the horticulture tutor here.
So describe your allotment here. It looks quite big.
Oh, yeah, we've got 4 allotments now because we've got a newer plot down the end now. We've had this original one for, I think, 14 years. So, and I've been here for just over 4 years. Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? It's very quiet.
Yes. That is.
Yeah.
It's a calming atmosphere.
Yes.
That's what we like. Even on a brisk day, we've got sunshine and blue sky, and it's just nice to get everyone out and have lots of tasks.
Yeah.
Quite methodical and satisfying to do.
It is, yeah. And you can just observe the seasons going by. It's just quite relaxing, isn't it?
Yes.
We've got raised beds for the vegetables. We've got a fruit cage. We've got mature apple trees. Lots of little nut trees that are going to be planted soon as well.
Okay.
Soft fruits, strawberries, herb garden. So, yeah, it's just a really nice place to come and work, be productive, do something meaningful, because all the veg that we create comes back and we eat it.
Yes.
So,
and take home.
Yeah.
And take home as well, yeah. Or share with the community. I mean, it's good to know the seasons. You know when it's beetroot season, and you know when it's
exactly,
sweet corn season.
And it's good practice. We're practicing numeracy here as well, measuring, counting things out, an all-rounder, isn't it? Lots of things that we learn here. And we collect our own seeds as well, so the sort of cycle carries on. We grow from our seed, then collect seed for the next season,
and on. Okay, well, we'll come back in a year's time and see what our garlic looks like. There was talk of a song.
Well, we were just talking about just significant songs. It wasn't related to the allotment, but for me, a standout moment was Sandstorm, when DJ Baby G put that on at the Christmas party. Everyone went absolutely crazy on the dance floor.
So what's that, Sandstorm?
Yes.
Yeah.
Brilliant. We'll keep planting. Thank you very much. And this is Sandstorm on the Tuesday Takeover. Rock out. It's the Tuesday Takeover. My name's John Wright, and tonight's show has been recorded at Stepping Stones. I've had a lovely day here, and I've been fed incredibly well. So thank you to all of those involved in showing me around the centre here, the training house they have at Angel Road, up at the allotment. Let's have some closing thoughts from manager extraordinaire, Roger.
Oh, thank you. You're too kind. And I did tell you to say manager extraordinaire for anyone wondering. So, yeah, thank you, John, for coming down and kind of showcasing our students at Stepping Stones. We are a charity, and day service for the 22 individuals who come here, trying to fulfil and enrich their lives and help them become more independent and progress further to learn skills, whether it's cooking, socialising, communicating, or employability skills. So it's been hopefully you've got a nice overview of what we do.
I think we've got a really good feel of people's personalities, people's interests, but also people's capacity to learn and be interested in learning.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of sense that I get from being here.
Yeah, and we're very person centered, and student led. So we want the students to kind of feel valued, and any idea that they have, we will listen to. We will try and incorporate it as best we can. So I hope you've had a lovely time. And
I have had a lovely time.
So much for popping down.
And it's really good to see the craft work, to hear the stories, to hear the story at the start from the founders. None of this happens without hard work behind the scenes. None of it happens without some money from all the different pots that you juggle and do all that. If people were interested in supporting you, how could people get involved or show their support?
Yeah, so anyone could go to steppingstonesproject.com. Which is our website, where there's a donate section, and there's also contact details to get in contact with myself or Sarah, the deputy manager. If not, you can follow us on Instagram, so just type in Stepping Stones Project. We do a lot of kind of social media engagement and advertise our events, where you can buy our products and where you can come and find us and have a chat. So definitely try and find us up and get in touch.
Okay, you can have the closing song of the show. On the list, we've not had Queen Don't Stop Me Now, which I think would be quite fitting.
Okay, let's go for Queen Don't Stop Me Now.
On the Tuesday Takeover. Thank you very much.